Hello friends. When you think of cucumbers, you probably picture a cool, crisp slice in your salad. Or maybe you flash back to that time you tried to cover your whole face in cucumber slices at a spa because someone told you it would make you look younger. Spoiler, it didn't. But behind these humble green vegetables lies a juicy tale of how American farmers are harvesting over 737,000 tons of cucumbers each year, and how this crunchy crop plays a surprisingly significant role in the economy, cuisine, and daily life of Americans. Grab your gardening gloves because we're about to dig into the story of the great American cucumber. Every great cucumber story starts with a tiny seed, but that seed doesn't stay tiny for long. In fact, cucumbers grow so fast, it's like they're competing in a vegetable version of a speed race. American farmers are experts in coaxing these seeds into full-grown, crunchy cucumbers. They plant them in warm, sunny fields, especially in places like Florida, Georgia, and California, states where the weather is as warm as a cucumber's favorite blanket. Some cucumbers even get the VIP treatment in high-tech greenhouses in states like Michigan. You could say cucumbers are living the dream. Once the seeds are planted, cucumbers take off. It's like they hit fast forward and suddenly, boom, there's a vine sprawling everywhere. These vines aren't lazy either. They'll climb anything they can wrap their tendrils around. So farmers set up fancy trellises or wire systems, giving cucumbers a vertical playground to grow on. It's like a jungle gym for veggies. And don't forget the bees. Cucumbers need a little help from our buzzing friends to pollinate their flowers. Without bees, we'd be staring at a bunch of sad, flowerless vines. In some greenhouses, they even bring in bumblebee hives to make sure those flowers get the love they need. So yes, cucumbers basically have their own pollination team. Talk about living the high life. After the flowers have been pollinated and the vines have been growing for a few weeks, it's time to harvest. Now this is where the fun begins. Harvesting cucumbers is no small task. It's a fast-paced, hands-on process that requires a lot of attention and effort. Cucumbers grow so quickly that farmers have to check the fields or greenhouses almost daily to make sure they're picking the cucumbers at the perfect time. In most farms, harvesting cucumbers is still done by hand. Teams of workers move through the fields, armed with baskets and knives, ready to pick cucumbers from the vines. They carefully cut the cucumbers from the plant and toss them into baskets or bins, all while moving quickly to cover as much ground as possible. It's like a high-stakes vegetable relay race, where the goal is to gather as many perfect cucumbers as possible before they grow too big. For pickling cucumbers, which are harvested when they're still small and firm, the stakes are even higher. These little guys are destined for a life in a jar of brine, and they need to be harvested at just the right size. Think of pickling cucumbers as the baby cucumbers of the vegetable world. Short, cute, and full of potential. Farmers often make several passes through the fields, harvesting cucumbers at different stages of maturity to ensure they get the best of the crop. On some larger farms, mechanical harvesters are used to speed up the process. These machines shake the vines and collect the cucumbers in bulk, especially when it comes to pickling cucumbers. It's not as precise as hand-picking, but it gets the job done when you're dealing with large-scale production. Once the cucumbers have been harvested, they're loaded into bins and transported to the next stage of their journey, the packing and processing facilities. So what happens once the cucumbers leave the field? Do they just head straight to the grocery store, ready for you to toss them into your cart? Not quite. There's still a lot of work to be done before cucumbers make it to your local supermarket or farmer's market. After the harvest, cucumbers are taken to packing facilities where they get the full cucumber spa treatment. First up, washing. Cucumbers are thoroughly cleaned to remove any dirt or debris they picked up in the field. After all, no one wants to eat a cucumber that's still covered in soil. Conveyor belts whisk the cucumbers through washing stations, where they get a good scrubbing before moving on to the next step, sorting. Sorting is an important part of the post-harvest process. Cucumbers are sorted based on size, shape, and quality. The best-looking cucumbers are set aside for fresh markets, where they'll be sold as slicing cucumbers for salads, sandwiches, and snacks. The cucumbers that don't make the cut might be used for other purposes, like pickling or processed foods. And don't worry, none of those imperfect cucumbers go to waste. They'll still find their way into something delicious. At some packing facilities, high-tech sorting machines are used to make the process even more efficient. These machines can detect the size and quality of each cucumber, making sure that only the best cucumbers make it to the fresh market. Some facilities even use robotic arms to help with sorting, giving cucumbers the futuristic treatment they deserve. Once the cucumbers have been washed and sorted, they're packed into boxes or bags, ready to be shipped across the country. The clock is ticking at this point because cucumbers don't have a long shelf life. Farmers and packers work quickly to get the cucumbers from the field to the store in as little time as possible, ensuring that they stay fresh and crispy for you to enjoy. Now let's talk about the other half of the cucumber world, pickles. Pickling cucumbers have a slightly different post-harvest journey. After being harvested, these little cucumbers are sent to pickling facilities, where they take a salty plunge into vinegar or brine. The pickling process can take anywhere from a few hours to a few weeks, depending on the type of pickle being made. In some pickling factories, massive vats of brine are used to pickle cucumbers in bulk. It's like a giant pickle party, where cucumbers get to relax in their salty bath before emerging as the tangy, crunchy pickles we all know and love. Dill pickles, bread and butter pickles, sweet pickles, you name it, cucumbers are behind it all. And once they've been pickled, they're packed into jars and shipped off to grocery stores, ready to join the ranks of condiments in your fridge. Now that we've covered how cucumbers grow and are harvested, let's talk about where they end up, your plate. Cucumbers are a culinary superstar, showing up in everything from simple salads to sophisticated dishes. First and foremost, cucumbers are salad royalty. Whether you're making a basic garden salad or a more elaborate creation, cucumbers are a must-have. Their cool, refreshing crunch is the perfect contrast to leafy greens, tomatoes, and whatever other veggies you throw in there. And let's be honest, a salad without cucumbers is just sad. But cucumbers don't stop at salads. They're also sandwich MVPs. Think about it. What's a turkey sandwich without some thinly sliced cucumbers for extra crunch? Boring, that's what. Cucumbers add that refreshing bite that takes a sandwich from good to great. They're like the secret weapon of the sandwich world. And then, of course, there's the pickle. Pickles are the ultimate cucumber glow-up. Thanks to the magic of vinegar and brine, cucumbers transform into tangy, crunchy pickles that accompany burgers, sandwiches, and deli platters everywhere. Pickles have become a staple at American cookouts, barbecues, and sandwich shops. In fact, Americans eat an average of 9 pounds of pickles per person every year. That's a whole lot of cucumbers living their best lives in jars. Beyond the kitchen, cucumbers play a surprisingly important role in the American economy. With 737,000 tons of cucumbers harvested every year, the cucumber industry supports thousands of jobs, from the farm fields to the packing facilities. These jobs help support rural communities and keep agricultural economies thriving. Cucumbers are also a major player in the export market. The U.S. exports millions of pounds of cucumbers every year, helping to meet global demand for both fresh cucumbers and pickles. So the next time you munch on a cucumber slice or crunch into a pickle, know that you're contributing to a much bigger story than just a snack. Now for the fun part, let's take a look at some quirky cucumber facts that will make you appreciate this veggie even more. Cucumbers are technically fruits. Yep, you read that right. Botanically speaking, cucumbers belong to the same family as melons and squash. So the next time you eat a cucumber, you're technically having fruit salad. The longest cucumber ever grown stretched over 42 inches long. That's almost the height of a small child. Can you imagine the salad you could make with that cucumber? Pickle juice is rumored to cure hangovers. Some people swear by a swig of pickle juice as the ultimate hangover remedy. It's the cucumber's way of saying, I've got your back. Pickle festivals are a real thing. Yes, pickle festivals exist, and they're a big deal in some parts of the country. From pickle eating contests to pickle-themed parades, these festivals celebrate everything cucumbers have to offer. Well, once they've been pickled, of course. So there you have it. The life and times of the great American cucumber. From seed to harvest, cucumbers go through quite the adventure before they land in your kitchen. They're grown in sunny fields and high-tech greenhouses, harvested by hard-working farmers, and processed with care before they end up in your salad, sandwich, or jar of pickles. But beyond just being a tasty snack, cucumbers are a vital part of the American economy and culture. Cucumbers may not be the flashiest vegetable, but they've certainly earned their place in the spotlight. They're cool, crunchy, and always there when you need them, whether it's on your plate or in your skincare routine. So here's to cucumbers, the unsung heroes of American agriculture. Long may they grow. So that's the story about cucumbers. Hope you'll enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notified when our exciting videos go live. Goodbye.